Good evening. I'm Tony Fritsch. Just want to thank everyone for taking the time to come here tonight, and certainly Jeff for organizing it. I'm running for a councillor position because I have a strong personal and loyal attachment to the area, and I really want to help our community in whatever way I'm able to. And I see the councillor position as just one of those ways. So, because I've been on council for 4 years, we all might wonder what it has taught me. And some of it I'll repeat and some of it I won't. I certainly have a much better understanding of the workings of the township. And I think anyone who's ever been on council, they realize that very quickly. I've learned the process for how to get some things done. And I've also learned how and why some things don't get done, much to my frustration and yours. You can sometimes see the political posturing, barriers, obstacles, and feet dragging. It's all part of this democratic process. And dealing with it is a bit of an art, and it's really an art of managing human relations. I've also learned that you need to pick your battles, and as the saying goes, don't sweat the small stuff. You might be disappointed that I don't champion all the issues that you bring up. However, there's usually a reason for what I decide to pursue right away and what I'll let coast for a while. Timing is very important. Some strengths I bring are, I believe I'm a good listener. I'm not offended by complaints or complainers, and we should welcome their input. And I always appreciate it when somebody actually takes the time to call me, because there's something to be learned from that every time. I like to be an informed decision maker. I'll try to avoid paralysis by analysis. You can go on and on forever and never make a decision. Try to avoid that. I'm pretty well organized. I like to get things done. I'm trustworthy, and I'm a team player. I think through most of my life I've had an ongoing sense of community service, involved in school councils in my previous location, youth groups, volunteer organizations, but since we've been in Denbigh the last 8 years, we've been on the Community Ambulance Committee, the Rec Committee, Denbigh River Lions Club, where I'm currently the president, and then hands-on volunteer work for a lot of community projects, which I have a personal interest in. So what would you like to see in your next council? So what I envision for the next 4 years, at least what we will strive for, is a council that, I guess, demonstrates some leadership on key issues, and not one that's invisible. One that communicates well with citizens, organizations, businesses, ratepayers. And as Henry mentioned, we have a lot of cottagers, and having a good two-way relationship with them is important, although when you look at their wish list, we obviously will never fulfill their wish list. It just won't happen. Some of them, yes, but all of them, it won't. I'd like to see a council that promotes economic development and small businesses, and I've been certainly involved in supporting and encouraging any people who want to run a small business in this area, and putting them in connection with our business advisor from the county. Our council needs to support the ongoing operation of the Family Health Team facility and the ambulance service. And there's no doubt the ambulance issue will come up once there's a new county council in place. County administration, I can almost guarantee it, will bring it back to the table. We have a 12-hour service here, and as Ethel points out, we'll have to fight like hell to keep it, so be prepared. I'd like to see a council supports community recreation facilities and activities, supports our libraries, just really more by giving them a bit of funding and making sure they have a place to keep their books and computers. And a council, I envision one that takes a realistic approach to managing roads. So what do you hear about roads? Too much winter sand, too little winter sand. Not enough plowing, too much plowing. Chronic bumps and dips in the road. Well, our road staff do a good job, but they're not perfect, and they don't do every job that's perfect. And there's always some things that need to be fixed, and when you complain about them, it's appreciated. You should, because sometimes it brings a little attention to areas that need some attention. We also have to have a common sense approach to our waste sites, and they cost a lot of money, and we do need to monitor them. But what is council going to do to really reduce costs? I can only see our costs and waste sites going up. And overall, I'd like to see a council that listens and tries to make some continuous improvements in our community. Thank you.